This I wanna nail sports to the bone. Top blogger, top YouTube channel. No matter which sports, here we got it covered. Subscribe and hit the notification bell.
Sports to the bone family, what's up? How are you guys doing? Alright, so we have a little video here, but before we go down into it, guys, I'm just gonna remind you quickly, we are going to be live this evening round about 6 p.m. Jamaica time. I'm gonna be taking a look at that game that was played yesterday. I'm gonna be talking about the Ashes, African Cup of Nations coming up, anything. We're gonna freestyle this evening, Zin. But yeah, let me jump to the video quickly. So Shamar Brooks was interviewed after the game. He had quite a few things to say in terms of the conditions, in terms of applying himself, how he went about constructing that innings and so forth. So I'm going to take you through the interview, then we're going to talk about the match in general. So, the first thing he was asked, Shamar Brooks, that is, what sort of mindset, what was the mindset going into the innings, seeing that he would have lost an early wicket. He was saying that it was just all about going out there and assessing the conditions, seeing that Ireland, they were bowling some good line and some good length, and the pitch was a little bit troubling. It was a bit moist, so the ball was swinging around and things. So he basically was saying that it was all about going out, assessing the conditions, and saying it's always important to assess the conditions when you go out to bat. You want to go out and score and get on with it, yes, but it's always important to sort of assess the conditions to see where you what sort of challenges you are coming up against. He said that seeing that the ball was swinging around, he just decided that he was going to give himself some chance, or give himself some time to basically settle in, to see the ball, and then he could decide whether or not to be aggressive or to be reserved. So basically, assessing the whole thing. Talking about getting the pitch up, getting the wicket, studying the wicket, because you go out there each time. When you go out there, you might start in the first 5 to 6 minutes. The wicket might be playing one way, and then by you check it, if 10 minutes after, start playing the next way. So I agree with him. In a 50 over batting so early, you definitely need to assess conditions. It's not a 10 over, it's not a T10. So you don't need to go out there and go bizarre from ball one. You go out there and try and get your eye in, and then you see where you can go from there. He said that it was ideal for stroke play, the pitch that is. Ball wasn't there to be hit from early, so all he had to do was just go around and stroke the ball, and that is the strength of his game. He liked to stroke the ball in gaps and rotate the strike and things like that. So he was expressing that. He was also talking about how he felt not getting that 100. He was saying that it's definitely a disappointment, seeing that it was his debut and it would have been nice to get 100 on debut. You understand? I think he would have probably been the second West Indian to get 100 on debut, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I think so. So he ended up bowling out for 93. He was asked if he think that it was because of his inexperience why he got out in the 90s, if it was the nervous 90s for him. He was saying not necessarily nerves, but trying to play cautious when you're already set and you're already in, and because you're in the 90s, you start to change your game a little bit. Even though you were seeing the ball and playing well, all of a sudden, because you're in the 90s, you start to change how you were doing things. So he was being a bit cautious, and that is how he got out. So he's saying that he will just take it on the chin, feel disappointment, but just take it on the chin and move on, and hopefully he will get to that landmark pretty soon. He was also asked about what he thinks he can contribute to West Indies white ball cricket, seeing that he did okay in the T20 the other day, and then he's doing his thing in the 50 over. Basically saying that West Indies is a team that we are always known to produce strong guys that can hit the ball a far away. So he thinks that his role would be to just get in, rotate the strike, allow the power hitters to do their thing. So in terms of white ball cricket, he definitely think that he can contribute a lot, because we definitely want somebody that can rotate the strike, and he thinks that he is the man for that sort of job. So yeah, that is basically what he was saying, my viewers and subscribers. He was also talking about the way in which he got out. You know, he was asked, you know, what do you think about how he got out, and he was saying that in hindsight, you know, he probably should have gone forward and played that ball, shouldn't have hung back. You understand? That ball, he should have gone on the front foot and played the ball and not look to play it like how he did. But you know, he's definitely looking to improve his thing when he goes into the next game. You know, he was also asked whether or not he's looking forward to the next 2 ODIs and how is he going to contribute, you know, saying that it's a good start for the team and he's definitely looking forward to playing in the next couple of games, and he's thinking about going out there and the team putting together a good performance so that they can dominate and basically win the series. So yeah, my viewers and subscribers, Shamar Brooks there basically giving us some insight as it relates to how he felt going through the innings from the start to the finish, and as we know, he would have top scored for us with that 93. So he will definitely be looking to move on into the second ODI and the third ODI if it is the case that they will select him. But yeah, it's good for him, my viewers and subscribers. Now, in general, I would have spoken about this in the video yesterday, but just to add, I am happy with the win, but I don't think it was as comfortable as I would have wanted. And this is not me talking down to the team, as I said about Ireland. You know, I said it in the video yesterday, but I know person still gonna post and say, you can't say that, you can't look, you can't say you can't say Ireland is not Ireland, not this, Ireland not that. Not talking down to the team, but looking at the players in our team. You know, I was thinking that I would have been more happy if they would have won the game more comfortably. They say a win is a win, but when you play teams like this, if you're looking to really compete against the top teams, you have to be realistic. You have to look at it and say that, boy, I know that we are not far above them, but we need to make a statement once we play against these teams. You understand? And you know, we have England coming up next. So we are definitely going to need to continue the momentum, win this game, go over into England, test cricket, whatever, continue the momentum. England is hurting right now, you understand? So when they come to us, even though it might be tests, we are definitely going to need to go out there and show them what we are capable of, because at the end of the day, my viewers and subscribers, we definitely want to move up in all the different rankings, ODI, T20 and Test. I know we had a conversation on the live the other evening, and some persons were saying that they don't too like this ranking thing. They don't think it make any sense. But funny enough, we are the same ones that are going to say that well, we are ranked number 8, we are ranked number 9, the team is not doing anything. So if the ranking is not is not credible, or you can't work with it, then if you're ranked 9 or 8 or 10, then we're not supposed to worry ourselves. We're supposed to just say, alright, we played this team and we did not win, so we hope when we play them again we win. You understand? We're not supposed to be worried about where we are ranked then, if the rankings are not important. But yeah man, my viewers and subscribers, you know. But yeah, it was definitely a good victory in terms of how it finished. At one point in time, I was almost sure that we were not going to win, because Ireland, they were batting good. They were looking as if they were going to chase down the score. But you know, Alzari Joseph, who I didn't talk about much in the last video, he came in and he really did his thing. He stood up, planted his foot, took a couple of wickets, and then Romario Shepherd did his thing in the latter part there. So you know, those are the guys that really started to change the thing in the middle. Jason Ola didn't take any wicket, but when he came on to finish up, even though he went for a couple of boundaries, you know, he started to tighten things somewhat. And Odin Smith, you know, Odin Smith also took a couple of wickets. I think he had 2 wickets or something like that. Rastan Chase was expensive. His 5 over cost him, I think, maybe 30 or something of the start runs. You know, Akil Hussain, brilliant as usual. So yeah, I'm not going to pack anything else in this video. As I said, we are going to go live later on this evening, so we will definitely take a look at the rest of the things. So just go and big up on yourself, my peeps, until later on. And remember, tell a friend that we are going to go live so that they can come and check it out. Zane, big up on yourself.